Hey everybody, welcome back to Maryville University in our Google Chat series talking with our fall sport athletes and coaches. And this afternoon we are talking it over with our men's soccer team and their head coach Todd Wallace. Joining us in the Google Chat room today, it's Zach Klaus and also Thomas Wolfel. So first off, Coach, let's talk a little bit about last season and what you're looking forward to with this group of gentlemen moving into 2013.
Sure. Yeah, I thought last year we were a good team. I think we improved in a lot of ways. We were very young, and so I think they needed some of these younger guys needed a chance to grow and develop. And we had games where we had 7, 8 freshmen on the field at a time. And I think the best part about freshmen is they become sophomores and they've come in and they understand our expectations. We've got 2 really good leaders with us here today, and we're just another year older. Everybody's a little more mature. Everybody understands the expectations, and I think we have goals in mind that's putting us on the right path. So I felt we really hit the ground running this year. More guys passed the fitness test this year than last year. I think overall fitness has been really strong. So overall, it's been a good start to the year.
Talk a little bit about those young kids. A lot of new additions coming into this season's team. How have they meshed in with the veterans, in the early practices leading into the scrimmage the other night over at CBC?
Yeah, I think they've done well. I think they understand that it's a lot faster and a more physical game, and I think our older guys are teaching them that just in training, going head to head, and then also just trying to give them some snippets every now and then in terms of what to expect. So, we had some freshmen play in our game the other day against Missouri Baptist at CBC, and I thought they performed well. I think a lot can keep improving, and I think they can learn by example, learn by kind of observing these guys and what they can do, and then just apply those things to training and make it a high-level atmosphere and environment, and see if they can't grow, each day and each game.
Outstanding. Let's go to Zach. And Zach, you were, one of those guys that was setting influence in the middle of the field. How do you see your role this season, especially with a lot of new players joining in for the 2013 year?
Well, this year I'm actually redshirting, so I won't be on the field with those guys. So I kind of see myself as just a mentor to the younger guys that are coming in, teaching them, some of the things I've learned throughout my years at previous college and here, and trying to make our team better any way I can.
And let's move over to Thomas. And Thomas, you're a senior on this club, and obviously leadership is going to be a key, especially on the defensive side of things. Where do you see your role, revolving around, and also as a leader, being that vocal guy in the huddle and on the sidelines?
Yeah, I think I guess my role certainly would be leadership. We have a lot of young guys still, but we have a lot of returning from last year, and I guess my role would just be keep them together, keep them on the same page, and make sure everybody's working for the same goal. At the end of the day, it's a team. There's not one person that makes the decision on who wins the game, and I'll make sure that everybody's on the same page and working together.
Guys, and Thomas, we'll stay here with you. Talk a little bit about the conference. Obviously, the GLVC's got some great teams. What do you look at the conference, the landscape of it this year, and especially with Truman joining the mix?
Yeah, with Truman joining the mix, obviously it was a rough conference last year, but they just make it stronger. There's not an automatic win anywhere on the schedule. So, I mean, it's a conference that you got to bring your A game every single game or else you can get bit. And, we didn't win a whole lot of games last year, so we're going to be looking to surprise teams this year.
Zach, let's move over to you. I mean, obviously you'll be kind of that leader, off the field this year, but, conference-wise, what do you see in the conference this year, and where does Maryville kind of find their place in things?
I mean, I'm not scared of anyone in the conference. We have a very, very, very tough conference, but I think we could play with anyone. We have a very, very strong team coming this year, much stronger than last year, and I'm excited. I'm really excited for this conference to start and for the season to start.
All right, let's go to the coach now because obviously he may prove both of you guys wrong in what he's going to say. Coach, talk about the GLVC. How do you see the conference shaping up?
Yeah, I think Thomas and Zach said it. What they said was spot on. It really is. As I said the other day, it feels like we're in the Premier League. If we're over in England. We had Kentucky Wesleyan. Felt like they were relegated. Now we've got Truman State coming in, and so every game is a battle, and you can't feel great about one game and have that carry over. Or feel bad about a loss and have that carry over. It's really a lot about short-term memory and just doing the little things that we've always talked about. And I agree with Zach. I'm not afraid of any team. I think we proved that a lot last year just with our play. I think we've strengthened this team in some areas, particularly in the attack and in goal scoring. I thought we defended well. I thought we were organized last year. We just couldn't score a lot of goals, and that puts a lot of stress on teams when you're fighting all game and you can't get a result, and then or you can't get an opportunity to score, and then you let a goal in, or we give up a soft opportunity, and then it just takes the wind out of our sails. So I think we're more well-rounded and balanced, and I'm excited to prove a lot of these teams wrong. Being picked 13th, I guess, in the league. Honestly, I'm excited about that. I like that, and I think after the second or third game, it's going to change, and we just got to keep playing and focus on what we can do and what we can control. And with our leadership here, we got two great guys, and I think if our younger guys can kind of follow suit, then it can be as good as we want it to be.
The other night over at CBC, went against Mo Bap, win that exhibition game 3-2. Season opener coming up, though. You get Lindenwood and Truman State on the road, and then you get to come home against Quincy. The two road games are going to prove to be kind of that meter, that measuring stick on where things are going to go, because Lindenwood year in and year out is pretty solid, and then obviously Truman entering the conference this year, they're going to be a very good team to contend with.
Absolutely, and that's why we're leaving tomorrow to go to Hannibal LaGrange, just to see what the road is like for these young guys to get a little taste and get comfortable with getting on the bus and getting into routine and getting off the bus and playing a good team. We're playing Hannibal LaGrange, and they're a quality team. It's going to be a battle, and so we can get that into our mindset and know what to expect. Then when we face Lindenwood and we face Truman, we're not surprised. Lindenwood is great year in and year out, and last year they were an excellent team, and we play them a lot, and we haven't had a positive result. But I think if we can continue to have the mindset that we've had, it's just another opportunity to jump on teams that might not be counting on us.
Absolutely, and Thomas, what is it for you, kind of hitting the road first for 2 and then coming home for Quincy, and obviously that Quincy game on a Sunday afternoon, we could have a real nice crowd over on the hill, overlooking the soccer pitch.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think the first 2 games will definitely be a meter on how, I guess, good we could be. We're definitely going to be looking for results. They're going to be very difficult, but I guess the home game will be big for us. Get people out there and really get energy towards the program. We've had a rough couple of years, and we're ready to get this thing turned around. So looking forward to it.
And Zach, what about you? Same thing.
Those first 2 road games are going to be very, very tough, especially against 2 quality opponents like Lindenwood and Truman State. Coming home against Quincy, another very tough team. I think they were in our conference tournament last year. They beat us up pretty good at their place last year, and I think we're looking a little bit for revenge and maybe a little bit to show everyone, if we get a good crowd, show everyone what we can do here, get a little excitement going.
Outstanding. And Coach, the great thing about what we're going to be able to do this year, Saints Vision will have all the home games, audio. Looking forward to calling the majority of those games. What does that do recruiting-wise, for you, to where you can go to recruits and say, hey, yeah, your parents are able to listen to all of your home matches?
I think that's great. For the longest time, we've been a program that has a lot of Missouri, Illinois players. We've got players from Texas this year. We've got 2 great guys coming in from Bolivia. And I think just an opportunity for families and friends to see them play is great. And the more people you can involve and bring along in our journey and in this adventure, I think the better. And you know, chance to see our field. I really believe we've got the best grass field in the conference, and that's, you know, in terms of recruiting and things like that. If players can see we're serious about our field, we're serious about, you know, the way we want to play, I think that's just going to build momentum, and you know, some of these guys will be happy with the legacy they leave.
No doubt. Well, guys, we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the home opener against Quincy in a few weeks. Good luck as you hit the road, and let's get a couple road wins as we come back to Maryville and the Hill to get the home season ticked off.
Sounds great.
Thanks a lot, fellas.
Thank you.
Thanks,
They're members of our men's soccer team and also their head coach, Todd Wallace. Once again, all the home games will be audio version on Maryville Saints Vision. Looking forward to doing a lot of those games on Friday and Sundays here in the fall. We'll have our next Google chat here in a little bit with the women's soccer team. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day, and go Saints!